There's a certain quiet confidence that radiates from Courtney Hope, the fiery redhead who has breathed life into the young and the restless Sally Spectra. From the moment she made her bold crossover from the bold and the beautiful to Genoa City, fans sensed they were witnessing something special, a rare spark that transformed a once troubled designer into one of daytime's most complex heroines. Now, after another emotionally charged year, Courtney Hope has found herself exactly where her fans expected, standing tall among the industry's finest, earning yet another Daytime Emmy nomination for her unforgettable performance. And when we caught up with the actress for an exclusive chat, her voice was filled with gratitude, humility, and excitement. To be nominated again is just such an honor, she said with her signature warmth. Every time I see my name among so many talented people, I just stop for a second and really take it in. It never stops feeling special. A year of growth, grit, and guts. Courtney's latest storyline has been nothing short of a roller coaster. As Sally Spectra, she's endured heartbreak, redemption, and gut-wrenching loss, all while holding on to the fierce independence that defines her. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Her performance reached new heights this past year, particularly during the emotionally devastating storyline involving the tragic loss of Sally and Adam's baby. The scenes broke hearts across the nation, as Hope portrayed a raw, aching grief that was both painful and cathartic to watch. That was one of the hardest storylines I've ever done, Courtney admitted. It took a lot out of me emotionally. As an actor, you always want to be truthful, to find the humanity in even the most difficult circumstances. But some days, it was really tough to shake off after work. She paused thoughtfully before continuing. When you're telling a story about loss, especially a loss like that, you feel a responsibility. So many people out there have gone through something similar. I didn't want to just act it, I wanted to honor those experiences and bring honesty to Sally's pain. That honesty didn't go unnoticed. Fans flooded social media with messages of support and admiration, praising Hope for her courage and emotional authenticity. Even co-stars like Mark Grossman, Adam Newman, publicly applauded her performance. Courtney is fearless, Grossman said in a recent interview. She commits to every moment. When you're doing those deeply emotional scenes with her, you feel it. She's all in. From bold beginnings to restless triumphs. It's almost poetic how far Courtney has come since her debut as Sally Spectra on The Bold and the Beautiful. Back then, she was a fiery newcomer trying to make her mark in the world of high fashion, a nod to her namesake, the original Sally Spectra, played by the legendary Darlene Conley. When I first took on Sally, I was nervous because she's such an iconic name in daytime history, Courtney recalled with a laugh. I didn't want to be a carbon copy of the original. I wanted to bring my own energy, my own edge. And thankfully, the writers let me explore that. Her portrayal quickly won over fans and critics alike, and in 2020, Sally made the leap to the young and the restless, a rare and risky move for any soap character. But Courtney's charisma and storytelling instinct made it seamless. Coming to YNR was like starting a new chapter, she said. It was a challenge, for sure, but it gave me the chance to deepen Sally's story, to show her vulnerable side, her ambition, her regrets. I think fans have really connected to that evolution. Indeed, they have. Sally's journey in Genoa City, from con artist to career woman, from villain to victim to heroine, has mirrored the complexity of real life. She's loved, lost, fought, and risen again, always with that spark of defiance that makes her irresistible. Sally isn't perfect, Courtney explained. She messes up. She makes bad decisions sometimes. But she owns them. I think that's what people love, she's relatable. She's a fighter. And that's something I admire about her. Behind the scenes, finding the balance. While Courtney's on-screen life is often filled with chaos, her off-screen approach is grounded, spiritual, and introspective. She's been open about her love for meditation, fitness, and holistic living, practices that help her stay centered amid the emotional demands of daytime television. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Soap work is intense, she said. We shoot so many pages a day, and the stories are constantly changing. You have to stay focused and emotionally available, which can be draining if you don't take care of yourself. To keep her balance, Courtney leans on a mix of journaling, yoga, and time in nature. I need quiet moments to reset, she explained. Sometimes I'll just go for a long walk with my dog or spend a weekend hiking. It helps me come back to myself so I can give my best when the cameras start rolling. Her fans often comment on her energy, a mix of fire and calm, and it's easy to see why. Courtney brings not just passion but also presence to her work. There's a mindfulness behind every gesture, every look, every tear. Acting isn't about pretending, she said softly. It's about truth. Even in a heightened world like daytime TV, truth is what connects you to the audience. The power of connection. Courtney's bond with her fans is something she treasures deeply. Through social media, she regularly interacts with viewers, offering glimpses into her life, her creative process, and her thoughts on mental health and self-love. I've always believed that connection is what makes storytelling powerful, she said. It's not just about what happens on screen, it's about how it makes people feel. When someone messages me saying, "Hey, that scene really helped me through a tough time." One of her most talked about posts came earlier this year, when she shared a heartfelt message about healing and self-discovery following the emotional arcs her character went through. Fans immediately connected with her openness. Sally's story has been one of reinvention, and so has mine, she reflected. Every time life throws you something unexpected, you have a choice, to break or to grow. And I think Sally and I have both chosen growth. That sense of personal and professional growth has defined Courtney's journey, both on and off screen. From her early acting days to her current Emmy recognition, she's learned that success isn't just about accolades, it's about integrity, empathy, and resilience. A moment of reflection. When asked what her latest Emmy nomination means to her, Courtney paused, a smile in her voice. It's validation, of course, but not in the way people think, she said. It's not about being the best. It's about knowing that the work resonated, that people felt something from what you put into the world. That's the real reward. She added, there are so many incredible performances this year, and to be included among them is humbling. Every actor in daytime gives so much of themselves, the pace, the emotion, the dedication. So I see this as a celebration for all of us. That humility is part of what makes Courtney Hope such a beloved figure, not just among fans but also within the industry. Her co-stars describe her as a team player, a ray of light on set, and someone who never forgets to lift others up. Courtney brings this mix of professionalism and heart that's rare, said one insider from the Y&R set. She's incredibly focused, but she also takes time to check in with everyone, the crew, the cast, everyone. She's just a genuinely kind person. The future of Sally Spectra. Of course, fans are eager to know what's next for Sally Spectra. After surviving heartbreak and rebuilding her life, will she finally get her happy ending? Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Courtney, naturally, stayed tight-lipped on specific plot points, but she did tease that Sally's next chapter will be one of rebirth and empowerment. Sally's been through the fire, but now she's rising from it, she said with a playful grin. I think fans are going to love where she's headed next. We're going to see her rediscover her strength, her creativity, and maybe her heart again. She hinted that Sally's career ambitions will once again take center stage. She's getting back to her roots, the designer, the dreamer, the woman who believes in herself. There's going to be some fun and fierce moments ahead. And what about romance? Courtney laughed. Well, it's a soap, so you know love is always in the mix. Life beyond Genoa City. Outside of the studio, Courtney Hope continues to explore her passions from photography to gaming to voice acting. Many fans also recognize her from her acclaimed work in the Control and Quantum Break video game franchises, where she lent her voice and likeness to strong female protagonists. I've always loved combining performance and technology, she said. Video games give you this incredible, immersive storytelling opportunity. It's like stepping into another world, which, honestly, isn't too different from soaps sometimes. She's also a passionate advocate for mental wellness, regularly using her platform to encourage open dialogue about anxiety, self-worth, and personal growth. The entertainment world can be tough, she said. You face a lot of rejection and pressure. I've had to learn to be gentle with myself, to remember that I'm enough, even when things don't go perfectly. Her message resonates deeply with fans who see her as more than an actress, but as a role model for resilience and authenticity. The heart of an artist. When you talk to Courtney Hope, one thing becomes clear: she is an artist in the truest sense. Acting for her isn't just a career, it's a calling. Storytelling is how I make sense of the world, she shared. It's how I connect, how I grow, how I heal. Whether it's through a character like Sally or a new creative project, my goal is always the same: to touch people's hearts. Her creative process is both intuitive and disciplined. I spend a lot of time thinking about motivation, why my character does what she does, she explained. And then I let it go. When the cameras roll, I just try to live in the moment. That approach, she believes, keeps her work authentic. You can't fake truth, she said simply. You have to feel it, even when it hurts. A message to her fans. As the conversation wound down, Courtney took a moment to speak directly to the fans who've supported her since day one. Thank you, truly, she said, emotion in her voice. Every message, every tweet, every bit of encouragement means the world to me. You guys are the reason I get to do what I love, and I never take that for granted. She added, whether you've been with Sally since her fashion house days or you just discovered her in Genoa City, thank you for believing in her and in me. This journey has been wild, and the best is yet to come. Closing reflections. As she prepares for the upcoming Emmy ceremony, Courtney Hope remains grounded, reflective, and profoundly grateful. Win or lose, it's about the journey, she said with a smile. It's about the stories we tell, the people we reach, and the love we share along the way. And in that sentiment lies the essence of why Courtney Hope and Sally Spectra continue to captivate audiences everywhere. She's not just acting. She's inspiring. She's not just performing. She's connecting. And in an industry built on illusion, Courtney Hope remains beautifully, unapologetically real. Subscribe the channel to get such videos.